What's up everybody, Sunkissed here, and in today's video, we're going to be covering a stealth build. This will be for both a ghoul and a human character, so stick around for both of those if you'd like. And I'll tell you right away, they really buffed stealth builds in this season of Fallout 76, and I'm having an absolute blast running them. So I'd like to know down in the comments, what is your favorite weapon to use for stealth builds? And like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you at the end. And we got a crit. 14,000 damage. Oh, okay, 12,000 damage. Diving into our ghoul build, first I'll just show you my armor. So for my ghoul character, I don't have a set of covert scout armor yet, so I'm running a full set of leather armor with the shadowed leather mod and ultralight. And I'll be running a one piece of chameleon and 4 pieces of nocturnals to give us extra agility and perception. I have +2 perception as the second star for even better VATS accuracy. And then I have harder to detect as the third star. Some of the weapons we'll be using, I have a couple of them. My sniper rifle, it's a furious explosive, reload speed, and polished. Probably would be better off with pinpointers, but I don't have pinpointers to put on this currently. And the third star lucky hit is also a good option to get extra VATS crit fill. Lever action is a furious explosive, reload speed, and pinpointers. Also, if you want to break down the attachments, feel free to screenshot as I'm going through the weapons here. This is my weapon if I guess kind of need to go loud / I need to fight a bunch of enemies at once. It's just a handmade with the hardened receiver, so it's a single fire weapon. Just kind of wanted to go for the highest single shot damage I could get. And then this is also furious explosive, reload speed, and polished. And then one other thing I would call out too, I do have a single action too, single action's a ton of fun to use, especially it works and pairs pretty well with sniper builds. And actually, if you didn't know, the Kabloom, you could actually change the legendary effects on this. So I recently got my hands on one for my ghoul character and figured I'd give it a try, and it's pretty fun. But getting into the actual build here. Here is the special point allocation. Screenshot if you'd like. Go into the legendary perk cards. We have 4 special cards maxed out. Ticky 1 for the team and follow through maxed out. In strength, it's mostly carry weight and limb damage related cards. So I have traveling pharmacy, strong back, bandolier, arms keeper for carry weight stuff, and then I have easy target and scatter shot for limb damage. Number cruncher for extra damage, downranger for extra damage. This will be sniping. I figured this card will be in effect quite a bit. Tank killer for armor penetration. Smart shot so we can do extra weak point damage while we're manually aiming. Awareness so we get extra perception in VATS based on our perception, and this will come in handy considering we're running nocturnals and have +2 perception on our armor. And Eye the Hunter. So these things together are gonna give you that really good VATS hit chance you'll see showcased in a little bit here. The rest of this stuff is just quality of life. Radiation power is extra damage though, and glowing gut is so I don't have to take as much toxic goo to maintain my glow. Stranger numbers to buff our mutations, and travel agent so we can fast travel when we're over encumbered if you'd like. We are a ghoul character and we are utilizing nerd rage. I'll show you how to do that in just a moment. We are using demolition expert since we have explosive on our weapons. And then we have a mixed bag of gunslinger, guerrilla, and onslaught perk cards. Most important things are to, run a few of those, and then also run covert operative and Mr. Sandman for the extra stealth multiplier. Escape artist is nice to have so you can escape enemies and get back into stealth easier. But definitely want to make sure that you're running Gunslinger Master, though, so you have the reverse onslaught. You can get anywhere between 27 and 30 stacks that way. In luck, we have Class Freak, Faulty Spots, Better Criticals, 4-Leaf Clover, Critical Savvy, Glowing Criticals, and Bloody Mess. For our buffs, we have a Small Guns Bobblehead, and we have a Guns and Bullets magazine, and then we take don't have one active now, but I take psycho buff. 4 mutations. We have adrenal reaction, bird bones, eagle eyes, egghead, herbivore, herd mentality, marsupial, and speed demon. I'd say the only one that you would really absolutely need would be eagle eyes, just so you get that extra crit damage. Everything else is optional, although I do recommend all the ones that I have for any build. All right, so if you're wondering how you can utilize Nerd Rage on a ghoul build, I'll show you how to do that. First things first, you're going to want to pick your area to lock your stats to. Angry Turtle has covered this numerous times, but essentially the perks that are variable, kind of like Nerd Rage and Awareness and, you know, those sort of things that change based on your special or other sorts of stats, those can only be active and working properly in one active cell in the game at a time, so essentially one area. So what you're going to want to do is switch back and forth between a class. So now I'm quote-unquote locked to this area. We're going to crouch, so that way we have our nocturnal armor active. If you see, I can uncrouch, and my VATS accuracy goes down to 33. When I crouch, it goes up to 41. So we're going to want to stay crouched when we do this. We're going to damage ourselves to the point of being as bloodied as we can get, which is below 5%. So I'm at 3% now. All I'm going to do now is just fast travel somewhere. So I'll fast travel inside the White Springs Mall, I guess. And just to show you that our stats are now locked, you can see 41% still showing for awareness. I stand up, still showing 41%. I'll heal. And we should still have 80% damage, which is the max damage from Nerd Rage. All right, we are over at West Tech, and we're going to do a little bit of testing here on the super mutants. Just to recap, the buffs that I have going here, let me take my psycho buff. But the buffs we have going are going to be a small guns bobblehead, it's a guns and bullets magazine, and blight soup. And we are a bloodied ghoul right now too, so we'll see what kind of damage we can do here. And I just missed the first shot, don't mind me. 4,800 damage on that. 8,200 damage on that one. 4,900. 4,900 again. Let's do a little crit. 8,200. So doing pretty good with the sniper rifle. Let's switch over to our lever action, see what we're hitting on that. $3,500 on that one. 3,500 there, and 5,900 for a crit. Not too bad considering the rate of fire for the lever action is about double what the sniper rifle or hunting rifle is. Regardless, doesn't have any sort of issue one-shotting the any of the super mutants. The sniper rifle. $5,500 on the Mirelurk King. So now, or Mirelurk Hunter, I should say. 7,300, and we already crippled it. 6,500, 6,500. Let's check the lever action, see how that does. 4,600 and 7,400. So, I mean, yeah, as you can see, it hits pretty hard still, even against a Mirelurk Queen. Oh my god, stop moving, please. And I missed the head anyways. But, oh, okay, 12,000 damage. Yeah, that's some damage, that's for sure. Let's fight a Scorched Beast and see what kind of damage we can get going on here. Oh, looks like we got one to spawn right now. Looks like 5,600 on a headshot. And we got a crit. 14,000 damage on a crit headshot. I would say that's a pretty high number if you ask me. Taking a look at our human bloodied build now. here is going to be the special point allocation. Feel free to take a screenshot if you'd like. Starting off with our legendary perks, it's going to be exactly the same as the ghoul. We're going to have followed through, taking one for the team, and then special cards all maxed out. Again, in strength, we have a combination of carry weight related stuff and crippling cards. The main difference in this build is we're not able to take awareness, or not able to take advantage of, I don't remember exactly what the perk card is, but there is a VATS accuracy related ghoul perk card that we are not taking here. So in its place, I think we're taking Tormentor. So that's one difference there. And in endurance, we have a little bit more tankiness related tanky stuff since we're a little bit squishier as a human. We have Nerd Rage, Demolition Expert, Science, and Biologist, because this build actually doubles as like a perfect either Enclave Plasma Sniper build or even just a Enclave Plasma Rifle or I wouldn't say a fully EPF build, but this will pretty much get you where you need to be for those builds. The only difference would be that you'd want to take Gunslinger Master out, but that brings me over to Agility. Pretty much exactly the same. Almost exactly the same here. We're just going to have a bunch of Gunslinger, Onslaught cards with Reverse Onslaught, and then some Stealth cards to give us extra Stealth multiplier. In luck, one difference here is we're not able to take advantage of glowing criticals or faulty spots. So we took a couple other cards for survivability, like Serendipity and Ricochet in its place. And then we also have Good with Salt maxed out. Now, I do have Covert Scout armor on my human character. So again, we're running 1 piece of Chameleon and 4 pieces Nocturnals, plus 2 Perception. Food, drink, chem weight. So I don't have to run through hikers in my perk loadout. So that is one difference. I'm not running the through hikers perk. I'm running it on my armor. And if I had the 4th star, I would probably add limit breaking or rangers here. I just didn't have any to add to my armor at this time. And I have deep pocketed on all the pieces. This armor is not fully complete yet. I just don't happen to have everything I need. But in case you're wondering, though, for Covert Scout armor, you need to unlock all the pieces by doing daily ops. And then the mod boxes can be bought in the White Springs Bunker. You can't learn the plans for any of the mods. You have to purchase the mod boxes from the White Springs Bunker for Covert Scout armor. Some of the weapons I use, though, are going to be almost exactly the same. Hunting rifle should have the same rolls on it, except for I have pinpointers on this one. Some of you may be wondering, too, where do you get the paint that's on this? This is the Ghillie paint. If you just go to weapon skins in the item shop, I believe it's a permanent item. Or at least I think it should be there right now, so go check that out if you're really interested. My lever action, pretty much the same here, except for I have polish instead of pinpointers, just because I don't have an extra pinpointers right now. And then I'm also running a Crusader's pistol, just as a fun sidearm. And I have the Cryologist perk card on, so I can take advantage of the extra cryo damage based on my science, or based on my intelligence. Another thing I guess I could call out too, like I said, this does work as a good like laser / plasma rifle sniper build. So here's what I'm running for my laser sniper. Wiggle Plays put out a good video showcasing how good the ultrasight laser sniper is, and this thing slaps. It's a ton of fun to use. Highly recommend it. But here's the rolls and attachments I use on that. And then I have an Enclave Plasma Sniper. Doesn't quite stack up to the ultrasight laser sniper, surprisingly. You know, the weapon that has the most rare mods is not as good as something you can craft easily, but I still have fun using it, and that's what the mods I have on mine. Mutations are almost exactly the same too, but it is Adrenal Reaction, Bird Bones, Eagle Eyes, Egghead, Healing Factor, Herbivore, Herd Mentality, Marsupial, and Speed Demon. All right, we're at the Grandson Arch. Gonna build up some adrenaline. And then we're gonna go ahead and take some shots at the Super Mutant Behemoth. I'm over encumbered right now, though. Here. Okay. Man, I love this paint. It is so cool. Turn our stealth boy off so we're a little bit stealthier here. And we'll do a crit. That didn't register any damage. Love that. So, not bad. Not quite as much damage as the ghoul, like I said, since we can use Nerd Rage on that, but still pretty good. All right, we're gonna see how we do against some Mirelurks here. 6,300 damage there. 5,300. 8,700. Not bad on the human character, as you can see. $8,500 on a Mirelurk King. And that didn't do any damage there. Oh, that's a Mirelurk Queen. I didn't even realize it spawned already. Can we stay? Are we still in stealth right now? We're still in caution. 4,500 on a non-crit. Let's see if I can fill up our crit meter here. Trying to target the weak spot so I can get a good comparison to the ghoul character. That wasn't a crit still. Like, there we go. 8,900 damage, so not bad. I'd have to look back at what the ghoul was doing, but still pretty good damage. Thank you so much for watching the video. I really appreciate it. If you made it to this point, I can only assume that you enjoyed, so hit that sub button to stick around for future content. And let me know in the comments down below what is your favorite weapon to use for stealth. And I'll see you in future videos. Have a good one.